Okay. Hello, everyone. Today is special session because we will be doing really practical steps that are game changer. When you really put in place these little pieces that you will work through, you will suddenly be in a new place that you will say, wow, how did I get here? It feels good. So I want this for you. When we start this will require that, like, you have it will be kind of meditation type of thing. It's not really meditation, but it will be using a visualization technique. And it's really, I mean, I do it very often if I can't decide what I'm doing. I'm usually doing this with all sorts of little things. I tell you in a minute. So this is really powerful technique. Maybe some of you know this, but before we will dive in this one. I just want to, I close this one, sorry, so many windows open here. I just want to ask you if you had any kind of moment and you realize, wow, you learned something new that will be worth talking about. This will be really good. So because you inspire the other people, maybe they miss first recording, and maybe there was something that was breakthrough for you, or just like oh, the sun again shining, which is good. That would be good if you can unmute. If any one of you can share something, that would be great. Because we really this year, for me, not for me, but I would love really that we're doing this as a community in this group. And when, people who will find out that this is not for them, they can just go. But for those, that's why I want to kind of make it more compact, because we can really make a big transformations if we are doing these steps, and when we are inspired and motivated every single day. And when I told you the motivation will comes from the inside out, when we see this body as something that we want to love, and we want to take care of, because we're looking for the longevity. We're not looking for the things that are great, being confident in the kitchen, being confident in the body, being have better weight. It's all great, but what we really want and what this will really stay. This will stay. I'm sorry, I have to do the sun, because that's I will not be able to. Okay. Sorry about that. That's better. Now I can kind of don't have a sun in my eyes, even though, as you learn, the circadian rhythm is very important to have this every single day. So ideally, when you wake up, this will be not straight in the sun, but to be exposed in the light. It's absolutely vital. And yes, you learn that in this week. I talk about it through the whole week. And as well, the sessions will be available until Friday next week. So you can watch them, and then they will go down. They usually stay like that. So until Friday, don't forget. They will be in the Facebook until Friday. So you have time, really 1 week, to watch them. And so today I like to mention a few things, and especially I like to share with you these powerful tools that you can really do. And those are, sometimes I'm talking about it, I talk about a little bit last workshop, but today I really want to do it practically with you. Those are the SMART goals. It's very important, especially for those people. This, when I talked about yesterday, I was talking about what is different between change, what's different between change and transformation, and all these stages of change, how we're moving up the staircase, up, down or up, right? If it's Christmas time, we're going a bit down because we like drop, but we can we can just jump again on the train and carry on. And sometimes from one day, one day when we snacking can create 5 days in a row. So we have to be careful, because then it will take longer to kind of go back to our what we want. But these SMART goals are really it's really important to really from the big goal that we have, like to be healthy, to have energy every day, to have this joy in our body, that everything works as it should. And those are the things that I'm teaching in my programs, like how to do the fasting, how to be more efficient in the kitchen, how to we do meditation every week. Now we start as well yoga every week. So for those, I know that some of you already asked me for it, so we will open the class not next week, but the week after. And this will be basically, we will be together every week. And with some of you, I will be much more intense, but it will be every week. We will be come together and we will be focusing on things that matters and the first steps, because we do it as a group. And it works wonders, because when you're doing something as a community, when you're doing in a group, you get inspired, and you have this nuances that you might maybe blind to it, and other people will show you like, oh, that's a good idea, I can do that too. But it's really usually it's really nice, because the groups are small. I have to, if some of you is interested, I have to talk to you first, because I have to find out if I can help you or not. Because I'm not the person that would just, run like these huge programs. And I just want that if you sign up, that you have some results. And so that's my commitment to you, that I will be there no matter what. And there are as well not these really intense programs. We have as well, like if someone likes to learn more how to cook, be more efficient in the kitchen, and learn how, like, more about food as such, only about food. That's the Radka kitchen that I opened, because I saw so many of my patients always ask me, and I don't have time in my practice to really talk about food, really, because like my visits are like 10 minutes or so. So you know how when you go to the doctor, you don't have time to think and talk about this. So it's something, that's why I opened my sugar stop, because I thought, no, I cannot do this. I cannot not to speak with the diabetic patients about, like, they have to cut sugar, they have to cut gluten, they have to cut dairy. Same with my rosacea patient. I have my rosacea myself, and to not talk with rosacea patient about lifestyle change, I think it's like, what it's I can't do it. So that's why this is like kind of different programs. I run this differently, and this is really as well transform when people really do this in their own pace and they see the results. It's just like it's nothing better, really. That's why I love it so much, because I see how sometimes we can do wonder with this body. Today, so first the recordings will be in the group, and in your email. Obviously you can have it always, because it's in the YouTube, but in the Facebook group it will be. And I will be in Facebook group more intense until next Friday. Then of course it's like I'm not there always. So but really take your time and ask me anything next week as well, because I'm really, this is my focus this week and next week. So now let's see if it will work in this setting that we have. But I think it always does. So why not today? I would love to really sit with you and show you how to do this visualization, and really try to find out what will be the best first step for you. Because it might be, every time when we planning this really profound therapeutic plans, like what you do first. I told you one of my clients, she was on a VIP program, and because she doesn't want to be in a group, she wants to be just one-to-one. And I told you, I think one day I was mentioning it, she was not having enough sleep, and we start working with the sleep. And her problem was she was inflamed, she was overweight, she was carrying all this, like the belly fat. And only we start working on the sleep, and she lost so much weight, only because she was constantly tired, and that way she was having cravings. She was constantly tired, and then the cortisol went high, so she was inflamed. So it's like, that's why, like, if we have to have a holistic approach and really putting puzzle together, and it's only way where we can really have some great results. Because otherwise, if we just working on one thing, we will not create sustainable result. We will say, and some, if you like, I love Whole30, I love every program, but the thing is with these, you finish in 30 days, and then you try maybe doing another month, and then after you have few celebrations and here and then it's like, maybe it's okay, I just buy bigger pens. And you do, because you didn't work through inside out when I'm talking here this week. And this is when this is a game changer, that this is when we find our, like, why we really, why we want to be healthy and what we need our health for. And as Trisha, so Trisha is a lot now in Facebook, and so it's a really lovely lady from here from London, and she was actually one of my first. She was actually in the first program ever I ran, and because I was helping people a long time, but I opened my Sugar Stop as a company in 2020, just before COVID, like January. And January 2020, I ran the first program. I was so naive because I ran 30-day program, which was good. It was like intense, but of course it didn't help anyone. So I said, oh, that doesn't work. 30 days is like so short, because as you can imagine, like you cannot change lifestyle in 30 days. Then I run 7-week program. It's still, you can still join 7-week program, but it's like a refresher for someone who like after holiday or something. And then I said, well, 7-week program is better, but it really doesn't do the job. And that's when I said, okay, we have to do this. Something that is long term. And we know from studies that when you cement your habit for 1 year, just, you don't need to, you know, if you now, whatever you're doing, if you are doing step by step little tiny things, and you do them for a year and always add one more thing, you know, like the sugar is the basics, that's the foundation, the sugar, the glucose metabolism. And really, I will talk about the cravings in a minute, but that's the basics, because it's linked to everything. When we then I told you my method yesterday, the DRRN. Basically, you go there through this method, and so if you do that for 1 year, this is when people really know their body much better, and this is when they say, oh wow, okay, I know what to do, I go back. So they have like holidays to say, no, this is not, don't want this in my life, go back. And always go back and find yourself in this. Because as I always say, it's very, very easy to make bad decision in the supermarket, in the restaurant. It's easy. It's much harder, especially with kids. My goodness, it's like I'll say, oh, if I had to go to shop with kids, and they were hungry, oh, this is disaster, because it's like, no, we're not buying this, no. So it's like, it's not nice for them either. So if you have this, you know, if it's nothing by the cashier, which actually here in England, you don't have any more the Snickers bars. It's not, they removed it from the space by the cashier. But in New Jersey, we always had like, there was all these sweets. And actually with this, if you want to choose any sweets, if you still like if you need to have a sweet, always have something that has not only sugar. Because for example, Snickers, because it has a bit of chocolate, it has a bit of nuts. It will be, I'm not saying it's good, but it will be better than not Smarties, but Skittlers. Skittlers are the worst. Like, I don't allow my kids to have Skittlers, because one of my daughters, she really likes them, and I said, I'm sorry, Charlotte, you don't have it, because first of all, it's a red dye in it. Now it's titanium dioxide. They're suing them. So I hope they will change the packaging and what's in it. But it's just so, it will change their physiology. Like within, they will hyperactive, and you see the reaction immediately. And so as well, I don't know if you know company Levels. I have from them the continuous glucose monitor, and they were like, they have database from millions and millions glucose level, of course, the glucose curve, and they saying that the worst on a glucose like spike is after Skittlers, because basically sugar coated with sugar, so many layers of sugar. So don't go for Skittlers and any of these like chemicals, like chemical color with sugar is the worst. Like chocolate, okay, well, have a chocolate, but like really, that's the worst. And now the ice cream that is with coloring in it, like avoid that really. But again, it's like, this is not the focus of this. I can create little 3-day little crash course on how to do it with children, but this is not for this week, so I don't want to spend time on it, because we have agenda. But when you ask me about cravings, Roxanne, I will post some more comprehensive video how to do that, because as I said, this is like really, this is a 1 month focus on this, all my programs. But now I can tell you that with cravings, it's always the same thing. You crave what you eat. When you change it, and it's really goes away like within few days. It's actually a day thing, because if you start, so first of all, never start your day with a sweet breakfast. That's number one. Because if you start the breakfast with a sweet, so the sugar goes up. When sugar goes up, insulin goes up, all these, you will have this balance of the leptin, ghrelin, all these hormones that are really influencing the sugar metabolism and the cravings and the hunger. So no breakfast for sweets. What it means, so no donuts, no croissant. You will see when you do the reset, and then you have this breakfast, you will see how your body will, like, it's really magic. You will suddenly see, oh, when I eat this, I crave it. And when I don't eat it, when I have something else like eggs with spinach or omelette, if someone likes eggs, if someone likes smoothie, you can have one of the smoothie that I shared, because like I love, for example, I do it all the time. You know that I love berries, blueberries. I have frozen now when it's no season, because I really don't want to support the traveling berries from Peru or from South Africa. That's really crazy. But frozen berries, and then cauliflower rice. It's so good. And if I put almond milk in it, if you can't have almond milk, you put other milk, or sometimes just cream, or sometimes like any liquid that you like, maybe coconut milk. And then I put as well almond butter, and it's just so delicious. And if I really want a protein, I put protein powder in it as well, so that it, like, really, you have to like protein sufficient protein in this drink. Otherwise, it's full of phyto nutrients, full of fiber. This is all we need: the PFF, protein, fat, and fiber. Fat is, you have to put some avocado or a bit of, if coconut milk, that's already fat a little bit. Again, almond butter as well has fat. So, but this will be so nourishing, and more fiber you put there, better. You will stay satiated for longer. That's basically the rule. If you put fat in it, this will, so fiber will make you full, fat will satiate you, and protein will basically help you to combat the cravings. So that's why it's a PFF. That's always the reason for it, for cravings perspective. And when you have nutrient dense food, what it means, that's the food that are low in calories but high in nutrients. That's the spinach, that's the avocado, all the fruits and vegetables. Those are nutrient dense food. Nuts and seeds, grass-fed meat, grass-fed fish. What else? Seaweed, like everything that is from planet Earth, that nutrient dense. And then the other foods that are processed. So from donuts, from all these, granola that is processed, they put so much sugar in it, because you can make granola at home, and you put, even my daughter did with the maple syrup, but you know how much maple syrup you put, and it's always less. It's under control, if you know. And so these granola, sometimes you look, there is a first ingredient will be sugar. Sometimes it's oats as a first ingredient, which I say, oh yeah, very good, but otherwise, very often it's sugar, and those are really bad, and especially those are claimed to be good for children, and it's just disaster. So that was the first thing. You really, what you eat, you will crave. So when you eat even oatmeal with some PFF, like, with some nuts and seed mixture that I showed the other day, or I love flax seeds. I love flax seeds, hemp seed combination with berries. This is like the basics. And then I put maca in it. And if I want the green one, I put spirulina, because it's really good for detoxifying, because I told you I was exposed to mold in September, and I really had, I didn't feel good at all. And so I'm still like kind of, spirulina is good. Spirulina and chlorella, they are good. You can either have a tablets or powder. And so that can be options for breakfast. And this is really, and then we can talk about first, when you have cravings, first you have to eat every 2 hours these nutrient dense meals, and you will see the difference, that the body will be so satiated, you will be so nourished that you will not have hunger, you will not have cravings, and you will think, do I have to eat again in 2 hours? Really? I'm still full. This is how you will feel. And this is the magic that will happen. And I told you with my client that she started it like this. She was pre-diabetic. She didn't know. We discussed, she said, you know what, go to the doctor, check your sugar, because she had, her belly was more than 35 inches. And so we said, go to the doctor, check your blood sugar and your insulin. And she was pre-diabetic. She's not pre-diabetic anymore today because she did this transformative work. And we started like that. So she was eating, she was really devoted. She was scared to be sick. If I told her, doctor told her insulin resistance, she was like, oh, I don't want this, because we know it's like entry to diabetes, to cancer, to degenerative disease. So it's like, we don't want that. And you don't need to be obese even when you can have insulin resistance, because that was my case. So I have skinny legs, skinny arms, but I have this like not even much of belly fat, but I had this visceral fat from eating only chocolate. And because I was moving a lot, and I was just eating nothing else, just the chocolate, the body will still be sick. So if some of you want to just be healthier and not necessarily be focusing on weight, that's a good idea. Do the work, because you will see how the body will work better. You will be more fresh, you will be rejuvenated, kind of. That's why I always say, people always tell me, oh, you look younger. I say, well, the body feels younger. So that's the first thing. Second thing is with cravings, you have to know what to do if cravings comes, and they will come less often if you will do these things that I just told you, eating really nourishing meals the whole day long. And what really helps to divide the day into compartments. So if you wake up at 7, what you eat until 9, and what you eat until 11, and always like do. Again, this is the SMART goals that we will talk about today, but this is just focusing on cravings. And that was me. When I was on this journey 11 years ago, I had macadamia nuts everywhere, in my car, in my purse, at home, in work, everywhere, because I was worried that if I will have cravings, I have to have something that I know will not interfere with what I'm doing, the work. So nuts are always great snacks. So you have to know what to snack. Nuts are great, seeds are great. You can do trail mix, you can do nuts and seeds together. If you really want, you can put some raisins. And people always tell me, when I'm having this nut mixture, and then I suddenly chew the raisin, it feels so good. Yeah, because suddenly it's like sweet, and it's like you appreciate the sweetness, because otherwise, like so the taste buds will change eventually. So that's that. And so know for the cravings what food to eat. It can be crackers with, like, I can go on snacks. I have a whole document with recipes on snack. But so you have to do snacks, and you have to really have them ready in case you need them. But if you start, you will need them less and less. As I told you with this client, so she was eating every 2 hours, and then suddenly she was calling me, and she said, you know what, is it okay I eat only every 4 hours, because I'm not hungry and I don't want to eat? I said, yeah, that's great. And then she said, you know what? And then we were talking, and she said that, I think I told you the story, but I repeat again for those who missed it. She was calling, and she said, so I wake up, I was working because I had some calls. I just drank some water, and I was not hungry. And then at 3 o'clock, I realized actually I didn't eat anything. And so this is how this happened. And it's only because we are nourishing the body with things that the body needs. And then you don't have this hormonal disbalance with ghrelin, leptin, with this satiety hormones, and you will be not having cravings. So and hunger as well. Same with kids. If they eat nourishing meals, they will not ask you for the snacks. But when they eat this gluten, dairy rich meals, gluten, dairy rich sugar, like pasta with butter, or just pizza with a little bit of tomato sauce, it's like there are no nutrients in it. And plus snacks, they have to have meat, they have to have veggies, they have to have like casseroles, things like that. which actually tastes delicious. Anyway, but as I said, if there is interest, I'm happy to do a 3-day something about children, how to do it better, and how to really overcome this craving with kids. And so so that was second thing is. Third thing is, and as well to know that first, like Trisha, if you read what she said in Facebook, she really put so much messages now, because she feels so good. And one of the message that she posted was that she made a deal. She said, I'm not sure how was it. I hope I read it correctly, I remember correctly. So if she craved chocolate, she had a deal that first she has to, I think, eat something, eat apple or pear, then drink, or I don't know what was the first. And then if she's still hungry, she can have, or if she's still craving it, I think then is a walk as well, and then she can have it. And this is exactly the fantastic approach. This is like, again, blast. You do blast, you do 3 W's, and you just see where you are and say, okay, so what I do now? And then, because you have the knowledge, that you have to balance your hormones regarding to these cravings. You do the first step, you have some food that is healthy, can be celery stick, can be tomato, can be pepper, and you drink a lot. You really drinking is like, we sometimes just dehydrated, and that shows as a hunger or cravings. That's very often. And then if you do seriously, it works like magic. If you do either, I don't have it here, actually Mark Hyman is showing it yesterday. This is exactly what I'm doing with this rubber band. Or when you jump, or if you do jumping jacks, or if you do something physical, this will help you, because you will work the muscles. It will help you to combat craving. So even if you just go around the apartment, the house, or go around fresh air, this will help you as well. Some people they like to brush their teeth. It's so many things about this. I can do the video about this cravings properly, but this, like, for now, this can be very helpful. Just have the snack ready and really think what food you eat, because if you're eating processed food, you will crave processed food. If you're eating more veggies, you will crave really good healthy meals. And this was proven with science. Like the brain is basically telling us what to do, depending on, because there is a connection between stomach and brain. So basically when again, the gut bugs, if you didn't listen about the session when you were not there for the gut microbiome, the gut health, listen to that, because it's so important. It's again, we are so connected. You cannot just do one thing. Like, okay, I will be sugar-free. Well, that will not go. You will not succeed. It's like, it's a waste of time. It's waste of energy, because you have to approach this like from every corner. And sorry about that. We have today a party, so people are texting. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, Roxanne. Anybody has any other question? Oh, and yes, chat here. It's okay.
Yes, it is very helpful. I just had a thought though. I have found that right now, with where my body, my microbiome is, and it needs a lot of work and cleaning, that certain nuts can exacerbate the sweetness. Like, if I could share this, say that, because cashews have a natural sugar. It's just natural, just like a lot of plants, and they have their own. And so for me right now, eating them is not a good idea, raw. And I really like them, and go into all that. And even like you'd mentioned, and it's an individual thing, and I'm glad you shared that. But for me right now, like raisins, that would, I think, be like a trigger. So I'm just sharing that, and I'm trusting for me to honor how my body responds to certain things.
Yeah, exactly. And this is where, that's why I'm a big believer that, like, ketogenic diet for all of them doesn't work. Vegan for all of us doesn't work. That's why we have to find out, and actually what really works for us. And it's like, this is Roxanne diet, this is like Radka's diet, it's like Tracy diet, Pet's diet, Mindy diet. We will all have different things that will be best for us. And that's why there are some general rules. Yes, all these diets have one in common, and that it's processed food is not on the menu. And whatever, if it's so maybe you can't have eggs, maybe you can't have nuts. Exactly. That can be like, I'm not as well a big fan of nuts. I don't have peanuts. But for me, because we were living in Australia at the time, there were macadamias. That was my thing. And thanks to macadamias, I didn't lose weight, but like weight on the scale, but it helped me to combat the cravings. So you have to find out what you like, what is nutrient dense food. That's basically what it is. And yeah, so Roxanne, great. It's good as well that you recognize it's something that you basically don't like, which is good. So Tracy's saying, please list all the programs you offer and their purpose. I can do that. There are low grade programs, they're high grade, depending how much you want to really invest time spending with me on this. I open now the Dr. Radka kitchen. We're talking mostly about food. There are some guidance and there's a lot of tools, but it's focusing on meals, really meal prep for someone who like struggle in that area and is not concerned about disease and preventing disease and stuff like that. And the other programs, the Healthier, Happier You, there are again few levels. You can join in a group, you can join as a hybrid. So there is a 1-to-1 N group, and then the VIP. So it's different prices. I can share it with you. I love the understanding of what sugar does to your body and how to mitigate the negative result. What happens to body when you do things to help you to your body? Yeah. Explain why particular is so. Yes, it's so much. It's so much, Tracy, and it's you will actually. The best thing is if you know, you will know because your body will tell you. So I know that I have very sweet tooth. My genetic is a very sweet tooth. Like my sister is my sister, but she doesn't crave chocolate. She craves like chips and these things, which I never crave. And we are family. But when she did my program, she was saying that she was struggling really in the beginning with the chips and these things. So we did again the same, and for her really works. For her really worked the physical activity because that's her thing. And her daughter as well. She had some eczema problems. She dealt with that as well because she stopped eating gluten. She stopped eating sugar. And all these snacks, and in Starbucks, oh my gosh, it's just so bad. If you choose the wrong drink and it's gone. So it's just so many things that we can tap into. If there is a topic workshop you don't have time to teach, please provide references. Okay. So Tracy, I hope you're receiving my emails because I always every day you get email with the links to the videos. So that's that, and it will be in Facebook group until Friday, where I will be as well present. I will do some more videos next week. My cravings often happen more in the evening, exactly, and the evening, exactly. We all different. And evening, it was for my husband and for other, like so many people. But I can tell you, my husband, because like I can talk about that openly. I won't really keep. Like I'm so grateful for Trisha that she's sharing, but I really want to keep the story private because like I guess because I'm a doctor, I like to keep your privacy intact. But if she's happy to talk about it, I'm happy that she's talking about it. But I can tell you, my husband, he always had. I can't imagine we did it. We both actually did it with ice cream at the evening, like Ben and Jerry's, and I don't know how he. Like I would never do this again, like ever. Well, I might once a year when we are somewhere, but I know that it will have consequences the next day. So that's what you have. So my cravings, yeah. So at the evenings, exactly at the evening you will have. Oh my gosh, we will not be able to do the meditation. It's already 2:44, but I can do overtime today, so that's okay. A few minutes. You have to find something that is healthy and don't worry about the calories. But when you nourish your body, you will if you eat healthy food all day long, you will most likely have no cravings at the evening. You might have in the beginning, and it's okay because we want to substitute that's the replaced the method, the DRRN as the replace. You want to substitute something instead of, you don't want to feel deprived. You want to just like, okay, what can I have instead? And that's possible. This is where you have to choose what you like. Some people like hummus. Some people like even, if it's not ideal, but even a little bit of fruits like berries. For my husband, it will be berries, yogurt, and nuts. He would love that. He would love that, and that would help him. Some other people, they like really mixture of chopped vegetables, like little tomatoes, chopped cucumber and avocado, or other people would have, sourdough bread with some cheese and some avocado, again, like PFF always, fat, fiber, a lot of vegetables, and you will be in different place. Mindy saying, I have found that Hook Kitchen chocolate is best quality. Yeah, it doesn't have soy lecithin, exactly. Yeah, so I looked at the Whole Foods and I was as well very happy when I found chocolate that has no soy lecithin and no sugar, alcohols, exactly. Yeah, good chocolate, it's good to have. Yeah, Whole Foods and Fresh Time and Kroger. I don't know Kroger, it's also not in our end, but yeah, thank you for sharing that, Mindy. That's helpful. Yeah, drinking water when hungry, I go walking, exactly. And it really works. It really works. So many people, good quality beef jerky, good snack. Yes, depends. Yes, can be. If it's good, if it's processed in the correct way, it's great because it's a protein. Yeah, that's good. I have not eaten between meals in a long time. Yeah, you already there, Wendy. Between we want to be metabolic. We want to create metabolic flexibility. So we want to have this. We want to have. Wendy is not here anymore, but we want. She said she cannot stay. We want to be able to tap into sugar reserve as well as the fat. That's what we want. That's where we start losing weight. When we have this, all have a reason. That's why I don't really the focus on weight is good, but it should not be primary, because the weight will, like, people lose weight as a side effect always. When you every time you have to create health, and then when you're healthy, the body will create the way that you need. Wendy saying, I have diverticulitis. Yeah, many people have diverticulitis. It's very often, but when we eat more fiber and all these, we can really prevent it. Sometimes need to be careful with nuts, absolutely. But again, it's prevention. Of course, when you have attack of diverticulitis, you cannot have that. But if you keep the diverticula happy, then it should be fine. Same with flax seeds. Yeah, some people, they can't even have blueberries. So can you add all the videos in my email? Yes, I can do that. Replace. I can do that if you want. Very good. Okay, so for those who are here, very nice. Let's try do the visualization. So very good. So I would invite you now to really close your eyes. Try to put the phone on a silence and sit with your back straight, but not rigid. And try to find your breath and really connect with your breath. And try to now focus on a one thing that it's really on your mind, what is bothering you, that you want to do something about it. But when they come to your mind, no matter how compelling, notice them with compassion, with deep compassion and curiosity, no judgment, just compassion. And bring your awareness and your attention back to the breath. And bring the body to the present moment. And dropping down over your your heart, focusing on your heart. And just bring forward the image or picture. Maybe the visualization doesn't work for everyone. Maybe it's a word, maybe it's feeling, or it's something, it's a small, something small in some habit or relationship, anything that comes. Can be sometimes job situation that is bothering you. Anything that you are looking to transform. And if few images emerge, just pick one for now, just one image or a word or feeling, just one. And staying with that image, I want you to now morph it into the image or feeling that the transformation is already taken place. It already happened. Don't worry about the how. If everything was available for you, the money, the energy, everything, what was the transformation look like, feel like, be like for you? Just imagine it as vividly as you can, as possible, and hold on to this image for 30 seconds. How it will feel like, how it will look like, how it will be for you. And now ask yourself, what would be the first small step towards this transformative process? First small step. Whatever comes. Whatever comes, it's perfectly fine. First small, it can be large, but what is the first step for you? What would that be? And when you have this, put a date to it. Put a date to it when you will going to initiate this first crucial step towards this process, towards this journey, health journey, or this transformative process that you want. And connect it once again to your breath, becoming aware of your body. So bringing the forward before you open your eyes and write down what you are going to transform, what the step is. And bringing forth the transformative image one last time, that the transformation has already occurred. And when you're ready, at your own pace, you can slowly and gently come back into the room and silence and just write for yourself what it's look like, what it feels like, what it is. What is the picture that it's already happened? And what is the first crucial step? And when are you going to initiate it? So anybody wants to share? I know it's very private, but if you want to share, this will be wonderful. Because we know that I told you yesterday that when we initiate our first step within 48 hours, you have something about 80 or 90% chance that it will really happen. This is like from science. So these small steps, you know, as I said, it doesn't need to be anything big. It can be, you know, for me, I remember when I was still not sure if I want to do functional medicine or not, because it required a lot from me. And I just went and have a look on the website, what programs they have. Can be just like that you just have a brochure of something, or just buy new shoes, or something really small. Anybody wants to share who is here?
I'll share, Dr. Radka.
Wonderful.
Okay, so things that I was thinking about when with my eyes closed is not sounding like vain or something, but for me, it's like my skin is a struggle for me because I have acne rosacea and I also have dermatitis around my nose. And it's like, you know, waking up in the morning, oh, is it something flared? What is it? You know, and just it's a constant battle and trying to figure out, you know, just with my combination of things that I've written down. So, you know, getting better, good quality sleep. I feel like that's important. That's something I need to focus better on. So I've been trying to work on that. Less less snacking in between meals, because I would say that I'm a snacker, even if it's not something bad that I'm snacking, it's just just less of it. So I've been working on that. Just paying more attention to like triggers that I have from certain foods in my skin, and how it's making my body feel, because I can tell certain foods, you know, the way it's making me feel. And just focusing on movement as well, just more movement, besides walking, but just trying to get just some extra exercise and yoga and different things in there. So kind of just a combination of things so I can just better help, you know, balance my skin and my and hormones and things like that, just so I feel better. So
That's wonderful. You see how many already emerged there. So you just pick and really build on it. It's wonderful. With the sleep, I told you that was my it's still my weakest link, because you know the food I solve, the stress I solve, but the sleep, and I have every day I have a alarm on my phone, like a reminder that it's time when I should really slow down and get the restful sleep. So it can be like maybe you know, I'm not saying that you should get the alarm, but kind of know when is the time to really focus on yourself and your restorative sleep, because it's just it will be game changer, especially when we have inflammation. I was there. I know it was like the picture in the morning, as you're saying, but you know, there is a hope. And I know when we creating the puzzle, and the puzzle is for everyone here different, the pieces are different, what piece will be first one to put there, or which one will be last one, it's all different. And it's just important to just put one down and solidly and say, okay, I'm doing this now. And this is like, it's like a snowball effect. We do one little things and then everything else comes with it. So that's wonderful. Thank you, Mindy, for sharing. Thank you for being vulnerable, because it's thank you.
Oh, no problem. I just wanted to add one thing real quick, which I know I've mentioned to you before, like we're a military family, so we've had to move a lot. And I mean, when we moved back to Ohio in August, I mean, I definitely noticed for sure that, you know, under a high amount of stress from moving and this go, go, go. And you definitely notice like how your sleep is affecting your body and the stress. Just that combination is, I know for me, it's terrible because I was, you know, having bouts of insomnia where I was just, you know, there was just so much happening that I'm like laying in bed in this new house trying to sleep. And it was just like, everyone else in my house is asleep. And I'm laying there with my eyes shut, but I'm not asleep. I'm still awake and I'm just feeling awful. So definitely something big that I've really been trying to focus on. And it really makes a difference when I'm like, okay, is, you know, my phone shut off at a certain time? Am I like winding down more, you know, because even on some of the days when it's been busier and it's been go, go, go. I can definitely tell that it is a bit of a struggle to shut your body off more at night when you've been doing a lot in the day. So I just wanted to share that.
No, thank you. Now with the sleep, we can do so much. Those are little things. For example, if you have this, like, like you feel like your head is say in like grand, like train station, that a train station, or busy airports, like, oh my god, so many things like in your head and you can't fall asleep, or what really works wonders is just take a paper, just sit on a bed with a really small light and just write down what's coming, and you just write it down without filter. Nobody should see your notes, like, because sometimes like nobody should see, it should be just for you, and hide it somewhere, and just without filter put everything down. And this exercise might seem so small, but it's just so helpful. As actually there is a book, actually I have it, where is it? Hang on, where is it? There's a book a lady wrote about wait, I don't find it now. I don't. Oh, here. I know it's orange. That's why I have it by color, because then I know it's orange book. This book, it's if you are into journaling, but not journaling like, creating nice journal. No, it's about like uncovering what's unconscious, putting it down, and then she's saying nobody should see anything that you're writing, even on your husband. Nobody, is just for you to find your truth and what's really under your skin, and like why you can't sleep. So this is really good. It's from Julia Cameron. I would, if someone has this, I read it, it helped me a lot as well. This is a great book as well, if for the journaling and really looking towards to find what's going on. Oh, Roxanne is here. Sorry, I thought you're not here with Wendy, but it was hidden here. Thank you so much, Mindy, for sharing. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I can. Do we still have time?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Yeah. My sleep's not a problem. My eyes wake up 8-9 hours after. I am trying to eat. We've been eating 9 and 10 o'clock at night. Yesterday I ate at 5. And I didn't think I'd make it. And I wasn't hungry after, but when I do eat a snack, I notice if it's how I feel at night or in the morning. And I just circle that saying no, and I put an X on it and say, I remember how I feel. Going to bed and sleep. When I can't sleep, like last night, I read something, reading kind of puts you to sleep, or also, there's so many things, but one thing I do is I put one hand on my forehead and one on my belly, and because the energy will go through your body, and I just breathe, and I just try to meditate or think about something else. I'm going to put in the Facebook. I've been learning this brain dump.
Yeah, can you show us? Can you show us now, Wendy, if you can, like for people
do what?
show? Yeah, come out, show us.
Can I show you what?
So we can learn. Well, how are you doing?
Also, I could show you even the brain dump thing. I can run downstairs and get it. You want me to go get it?
Yeah,
Or just put that in Facebook.
Yeah, you can put it on Facebook.
Okay.
But how when you're touching yourself when you do this?
No, yes. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. Or I get up and exercise, but you see, you just put your head on your forehead, and then on your belly.
Yes.
And then you just breathe. Because the thing is, you're getting energy. I've learned this from this lady. Your energy is going. And also, if you have a pain somewhere, you can do you can like put your finger on it for 7 seconds and breathe into it, and then move it and push it and breathe into it if you have any pain. For her, just kind of breathe into those things. But I drink a lot of water. I sip water all day, walk. But the brain dump thing, I'll put in it, just to explain quickly. I learned this. Anything on your mind, any simple little things, like if you have to do something in the kitchen or the garage, or my husband said it'd be nice to have a clean counter every night. So I have 1 page just for that. But then I made 140 squares. So every night it's clean, I do a square. No time limit on any of these. And I got a composition book from the dollar store So any thoughts I have, I put in there. So that kind of explains it. So when you see it, that's what I'm doing. And it's helped totally. It gets all that stress off your mind, everything off your shoulder. And maybe she'll be able to sleep a lot better when she makes a little book like this. I'll try to
Yes.
get it in Facebook
Yeah.
today.
Yes, please
And
share.
if anybody has questions, give them my email. I don't mind, Radka.
Yeah, okay,
I know
perfect.
Roxanne and I are trying to get together. Yeah, no
Yes,
problem.
wonderful. Thank you. This I like. We're doing this all together, right? Because we all in a health journey, because it never stops until we out from here, but it never stops for all of us. All right. So I hope it was helpful for you. Thank you for coming out to see your face. It's nice. So tomorrow we have another one at 2 o'clock. So I will again share it in email. And those in Facebook, when you're watching as a replay, tell us if you have, what is the one thing that you will do first? And what is the little thing? Again, it can be so little. It can be just buy a book, or if you're thinking to join any of my program, just have a look on the website. Like, it can be anything. It can be, again, just buying, look at Wendy things in the Facebook when she will share it. It can be anything, but it should be.
Okay, I've got it now if you want to look at it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's going to work. It may be better to stick it in the Facebook.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but like that. Right. Yeah, maybe write something about it for
I'll do
us
it.
and put it in a Facebook. That's best. I
Yeah,
think.
but also, yeah, I would put it all, but I also have a Walk Track 99 walk tracker.
Oh, nice.
I walked 368 miles last year, and this year I'm going to double that, but we're in the 13th day, and I've already walked like 18 miles. So
Fantastic.
I'll put that in there too. But it just
This is
makes
so
you feel like you've done something, but not pressured.
amazing. And
And
this is
someone
again.
gave me a book. Will you? Well, I tell you what, she thought it was silly, but I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Oh, wow, cool.
Because when I relax or have something on my mind, I just sit and do ...
Yeah, this is fantastic. For example, if someone suffers with anxiety and like you just calm down, it's really good exercise. Very good. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, everyone, for joining here. And I will see you tomorrow. I can't wait. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach to me.